Man, Netflix, you will never, ever be able to do a show that touches the absolute masterpiece that is Stranger Things, man. Honestly, this show, oh my God, so good.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This is going to be doing a review for the very first season of a brand new Netflix series. Well, somewhat brand new Netflix series. This one's going to be the highly anticipated and the highly requested series. I don't know how many requests I've had on this show so far. However, it is now time to finally give our thoughts on the first season, our video review of the Netflix original Squid Game.
Squid Games? What is that show? Is it any good? That's not a question, sir. Okay, guys, this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for today. This one is going to be doing a very special video, a very long-awaited video, and a very highly demanded video ever since this show has really just hit the face of this earth, which is the Netflix original Season 1 review for Squid Games. So, this is a somewhat brand new show. It's been out for a few weeks. This is a Netflix original series. It is on Netflix, and it is a very popular show in the world right now. Like, I don't even know what happened. There was no talks about this before it came out. It's kind of really just one of those shows that, you know, trailers and stuff came out. Nobody really paid attention. But god dang, when the season came out, people have been losing it over this show. So I was like, you know what? You know, obviously I love giving new shows a try. Obviously I'm very, I'm very hard to please when it comes to new shows. That is one thing about me, because obviously we review so many, shows here on this channel. And there's so many shows that have flopped, or so many shows have been good. You know, when they're good, they're good. But it's very difficult for me to find a new show that I actually like. And man, this is not a joke. I mean, dang, like, I kind of thought, I'm like, okay, this is your cliche. It's a great show. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It's a freaking good show. So this is going to be a review. We're going to delve into spoilers. So definitely, for the remainder of this video, I would highly advise, first of all, watch it. Second of all, definitely, we're not going to hold back on spoilers here, okay? So definitely, if you have not seen the show yet, check it out. There's 9 episodes. It's a 9-episode first season. So this is a big season too. For a first season, Netflix really went for it with this one, and they really cranked out a lot of episodes to really tell us what this show is all about here. So, let's get right into this. All right, so this show is basically, here is the premise, okay? So you've got a South Korea show here, obviously, so it's dubbed over. It is obviously it's spoken in English, but it's not actually filmed in English, obviously, right? Because it's in South Korea, so we get a kind of a dubbed over show, which obviously, if you guys don't know me, don't know who I am, you'll know, though, for the people who do know me, I get very, very annoyed when it comes to dubbed over, stuff. I just don't like it. It's very frustrating. Because they're not saying what you're actually hearing, that can be a very frustrating thing. I know for a lot of people, and for me, it's a big issue when it comes to entertainment. I can actually say for once, this is the first time, that's how you know a show is good. For the first time in my life, I can actually say I watched it 9 episodes through, and by the time I was done the first episode, I didn't even notice it. That's how much this show had me invested and wanting more. This is your typical Netflix show where it's like, okay, I gotta keep watching. Like, it's like, I've seen the first episode. Oh my God, that was so good. Like, I gotta watch the next episode. I literally, guys, watched this almost, like I took a small break. I watched this almost in one straight shot. That is literally, I'm not joking, how good this is. It's insane, honestly. And I probably sound like I'm sponsored in this video. No, I'm not. I literally barely took a break while watching this show. So essentially, this show, basically, to give you guys kind of a premise of it, we basically have, in South Korea, we've got kind of a storyline where you've got this father that is basically, he obviously is kind of not a good parent because he has split up with his wife. She's raising the kids. He only gets to see his kids every once in a while. And he's living still with his mom, as we can see. He does not treat her very well, as we can see. He is, stealing her money when she doesn't notice, stealing her credit card and deciding to go, like, gambling at a horse track or whatever. He really is just, at first I was like, oh man, this guy's a piece of crap. Like, what the hell? And then you find out, as he earns some money, doing what he's doing, you find out that he's actually, kind of in some trouble. And basically you get these guys that kind of threaten him, obviously, with the money that he won. And basically, as he, basically gets robbed, he's about to give the money to these guys. But of course, he is in, such a panic beforehand that he actually loses his money. So he has to pay these guys that scare the crap out of him a certain amount of money, right? And it's like a lot. I forget exactly how much, but like he lost a lot of money that he was supposed to give to these guys just to get them to leave him alone, basically, right? So in doing that, he's broke. He has no idea. He's like, oh my God, like, how do I get this money, right? And basically he runs into this guy in the subway that basically tells him that we're going to play this game. If you can, basically decide to like flip over this, this whatever the hell this like thing was or whatever on the ground. If you can flip that over, I will give you such amount of money. And if not, if you fail, I have to slap you in the face. And it's such a funny scene, right? Because you get him that's like, trying to do it or whatever, and he keeps failing because the thing can't, go the other way. So he's constantly, it's like this montage. He fails, slap in the face. Fails, slap in the face, constantly. I actually was really enjoying that scene when that scene went down. But basically, he is in this one, you feel bad for him because it's like, dang, like, what is he going to do, right? And basically, the dude essentially kind of decides, to turn it down at first. And then, essentially, he decides to join whatever this game, is, whatever this whole thing is all about. So he gets captured by this, by this group of people that are very undercover. We don't know exactly where they are. They're not even in the city. Like, they are well hidden. And basically, they capture this dude along with 459 other people. That's right. 459 people get taken by these guys that this guy in the suit basically, runs with. And these people have a major hideout. It's not even anywhere near the city or whatever. So they're obviously they're pretty smart people. But basically they take him hostage, and him, he is number 456, right? So he's the last, prisoner out of the bunch. And basically they set all these people up as slaves, basically, but they almost look at it in a psychotic way, as of you're going to play a game or whatever. And whoever is the one that is the last place, whoever's the number one winner, the one that can finish all 6 of these games last, you are going to get all this money, right? So they bribe them. They're like, oh, look at all this money you could make if you succeed all 6 of these games. What they don't freaking realize, and this is the twist of this show, what you don't realize is that this is not just a nice game and like, oh, this is going to be fun. Like, it's like, I'm going to win money by the end of this. It's kind of, you're like, okay, it's like, all right, how far will you go for money? A few games. Yeah, you know what? It sucks, but you know what? I'm going to get a lot of money if I can just do this, they play the first game, which is the title of the first episode, Red Light, Green Light, okay? So you guys are all familiar with that game, right? Well, essentially, if you get caught in this version, which is just the twist of it all, basically, right, you get killed if you fail this game. And about half of them, I think, like right away in this pilot, about half of the 456 people get murdered. And, some of our, obviously our main characters and that, they are part of the group that survive and succeed, of course, because, it's our main characters. We can't have them die right in the pilot, right? So, there's kind of some plot armor there, but hey, I don't really care. It's still really great. And basically, they survive on, and essentially, they even get the option after that big frickin' twist. So, you see a couple hundred people get murdered here because they just can't succeed red light, green light well enough, in an absolute brutal, creepy way, with these people at this facility that are they don't show their faces, obviously. They don't, they don't speak all that much either. And basically, they go around in these pink suits, basically telling them to play this game or whatever. But it is a screwed up system. And as if, you know, like after the first episode, right? So this is how the season continues. Basically, they then have the option, which I didn't think they would, to vote if they want to proceed with the next few games, or if they want to say, like, no, after that, after experiencing something like that, like, I want to go. Like, I want to get the hell out of here if I can. Well, basically, you get a vote that's made. And there's this old man that is basically, you know, he's kind of got, like, amnesia, right? So it's kind of like, you know, you see, like, this innocent old man that is really not, you know, he's not doing so well. And the vote is tied. And it's an even tie. The even amount want to leave this place forever and have nothing to do with this. And the others want to say screw it and continue playing these absolutely crazy games that if you fail, you get absolutely executed by these crazy ass people. Well, the old man basically decides and does his vote that breaks it up to they're going to go home. They're going to decide, yeah, you know what? We're going to go home. We want nothing to do with this. And that's the basically the plot of the second episode. They're going to go home. They're going to, you know, do this and that. You kind of get to know some of our main characters as well. And again, I'm not going to, guys, I do apologize. I really would try to say some of these characters' names, but they're not in English. And I don't want to, I'm not going to butcher these names on purpose. I'm not going to set myself up like that. But let me just at least add, and I'll put some images up here so you guys will know who I'm talking about. The main character, he's great. I think he's a great character. I think he's a good lead. Kind of like innocent at first. You feel bad for him. And then, you know, just seeing the crazy shit this guy has to go through, it really gets to you, you know, really very much. And you can see he's just a nice dude, you know, like he's a nice dude that really is just in a bad situation, as well as a few other characters. We get this female character who we ran into in the first episode. She's also in this. I really grew to like her character a lot, I'm going to be honest. Obviously, spoiler warning again, she doesn't make it out of this season. She is one that's, well, I mean, nobody does. Like, literally nobody at this game makes it out except for our main dude, at, you know, obviously by the end of the season. But we'll get to that. So, basically, okay, so this is how the season continues, right? Basically, we kind of get this episode, and this is basically the second episode where it's not actually spent playing these games. It's kind of like showing some of our characters in real life, you know, kind of almost deciding what this means to them if they are too terrified to where they want to go back or whatever. But basically, our main guy goes to the cops, and the cops just do not believe this guy, like, at all. And obviously, it is kind of a situation where it's like, you know, obviously we know how crazy it sounds. And these guys are so well set up that when the cop tests it out and tries to call them, it's like, nah, brother, they're not going to buy a single word he says, right? So obviously it's this whole thing of like, oh my God, this guy must be crazy. Like, he's making stuff up about this group that captured them, that wear these suits, you know, that kill them for game. Like, you know, it sounds idiotic. Let's just be real. It sounds absolutely idiotic. So, you know, when he tells the cops this, it's like, no, there's no way, you know. But basically, I am going to just kind of go over this briefly here. They go back, they get, you know, taken back, basically every single last one of them, and they keep going. We get the episode where basically they play this like honeycomb game. A bunch of them get murdered in this one as well. And then you get to the fourth episode, which this one's interesting, okay? So, they actually do it to where, and this is what I love about this season, about halfway through, it gets to a point where some of them, like, are only getting certain amounts of food, and certain ones of them are kind of cheating and getting extra food, and then others aren't getting food at all, you know? So it's kind of like there's almost like conflict within these prisoners now, too. So, you know, kind of, you know, you get some fights that break out, and they actually, some of them kill each other just over food or because they're arguing about something. Like, you know, they show the realism there, too, and I really like that. Absolutely loved all of that. Now, I really enjoyed as well, too. Let's talk about the other one. The tug of war episode, okay? So this is a crazy one. I was, like, sitting there, too, and obviously, like, you know, when they fall, they're dead. So they're, you know, they're pulling back and forth, and it actually, not even, like, no joke, they actually did this well. That game actually is one that's a cliffhanger that goes into the other episode. I believe it's like episode 5. And that's another one of the games. Now, obviously, none of our like main crew do die, but it's one of the first games when I'm like, oh my God, like what the hell is this show, you know? It's, oh man, just absolutely crazy stuff for people to go through, man. So, through all these games and through all this stuff, I want to talk about one scene. And I guess we'll just kind of use this as the marble scene. Okay, this is when this show went from, It's crazy. It's like, oh, like on the edge of your seat to frick, you know? And honestly, man, I have to appreciate the way this show does it because it makes you care so freaking much for these characters to where I didn't even know what to say. Okay, I honestly didn't even know what to say. You know, our characters, you know, it just, the situation they're in does not help. The way this scene went also doesn't help. But I gotta say, the acting in this, and again, I'm sorry, the names are really gonna, like, it's the one part of this review that's gonna be hard. The names of the characters I can't really say. That's why I'm kind of going like, you know, like the Marvel scene or this and that. But you guys know what I'm talking about. That scene was freaking crazy. Like, honestly, I was like, I almost was disturbed a little bit watching that. I'm going to be honest. And then you see everybody else's reaction afterwards. Hell, man, honestly, frig me. So, like, just, it really gets you in the feels, this show. It really does. And it comes out of nowhere, too. That's the other thing. Like, you don't expect it to take, it to go that much further. And then it does. You know, it absolutely does. Now, let's talk about, speaking of crazy, let's talk about the bridge of glass, I guess, if you will. Certain pieces of glass you're gonna fall through and it's not sturdy enough, and then others you'll be fine. And that's basically the next challenge or the next game. And this is when you get like death galore. Like, there are so many character deaths in this scene. And it actually ends up, this is like when you start getting more to the conclusion of this whole thing. You get a lot of the characters that die. And only a few of them actually make it out. But obviously, well, let's kind of address it. You know, we do get more deaths even that, you know, after that, to a point where, yeah, guys, literally, the main character is the only one left standing by the time that the season finale is done. At least out of the group that, you know, play the games, yeah. Which I didn't expect it to go that crazy. But again, the show stays true to what it is, right? That's really the main thing about it. But basically, just seeing him have to fight him and seeing that play out the way it did, and then he's like got all this money, and yeah, our main character, like, he gets a lot of money by the time this is over. That's right. But then, as you think everything's good, as you think everything's like, oh my god, like, he won, then it's like you actually get the reveal that this old man that seemed to be innocent the whole show, you actually find out as he's on his deathbed and as he's, like, you know, taking his last breaths, he tells our main character that he was behind this. He was. And it's just like, what? And that he had all this money and that he just didn't know what to do with it. Dude, come on, man. Like, what are you doing to me? Like, frag. I don't know. Like, what the hell am I supposed to say about this? Like, this show just goes to crazy levels all the time. It's insane. And, you know, you're just left like, great, now he's gone, and he's just revealed the truth now. That is how the season ends, and we basically see that it seems like he still is connected with these people in the kind of way, because he sees the same dude he saw in the pilot. He sees him again in the subway at the very end of this season as he gets the phone call, and he basically gets on a plane as requested. So it really, really makes you wonder, is there going to be a season 2? And my answer to that, obviously, I mean, I don't know, but I would say there would be. I don't see a reason why there couldn't be. You know, I think this show is too freaking good for there not to be a season 2 at this rate. So, I gotta say, this show has emotion, great characters, great action, creepiness, suspense, disturbing scenes, gore. I mean, frick, dude. Like, honestly, what is there that this show doesn't have? You know, I mean, really, like, honestly, for 9 episodes, it is honestly something I did not expect Netflix to bring out. Honestly, because I've always been someone that's been like, okay, and I'm about to get hate for this, you know, but I've never been a big fan of Stranger Things after the first season, okay? I always thought that show was just like, it was a cool concept, and then they milked it, and they still are doing it. Netflix, don't milk this show, okay? Netflix, I know they're not going to be watching this, I'm just saying, Do this show as planned. Don't do it because fans love it so much. If you want to do, let's say, 2 seasons of this show, only 2 seasons, do it. If there's a story in place for 6 seasons, do it. If that's what if that's what it takes. Don't keep adding on seasons like you did with Stranger Things to where it's repetitive crap. Do it because the story allows it to. And in my opinion, a 2nd season, I feel like would make sense with this show. So that is my thoughts on Squid Games. I'm going to go ahead and give this rating a 9.5, okay? Like I said, the only thing I don't like is kind of maybe some of the slowness around the beginning there with episode 2 and stuff. There was a little bit there that I kind of feel like could have been a little bit shortened and some stuff, I feel like maybe this show could have been 8 episodes, maybe, minor things could have been tweaked, but honestly, I'm going to shut up because this is a damn good show, and honestly, I'm going to say it's my favorite Netflix series I've seen. Yeah, I know. Someone in the world said it's better than Stranger Things. I did. I like it. I love the show. I love just everything about it. The characters are great. The story is great. It honestly is one of the number one, premieres, pilots that hooked me this much, and then I was just like addicted. Like I just had to keep going. I have not done that with much TV. I did it with this. You succeeded. You absolutely succeeded, Squid Games. So, anyway, that is my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this show? Now it's time for you guys to talk. I want to hear what do you guys think about Squid Games. I want to definitely hear that in the comment section below. And, of course, guys, if you're new here, click the subscribe button so don't miss any of my videos for Squid Games. We will definitely be doing more videos on this show, so definitely stay tuned. Probably some theory and predictions videos. I know you all been kind of asking for that, so we're going to do that. We're going to do some more theory videos and some predictions, so stay tuned for that. That is it for this review for Season 1. Go ahead and check it out. 9 episodes on Netflix now, and I'm going to shut up before I sound like I'm sponsored by them. So, anyway, guys, I'll see you guys really soon for another video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.